Welcome to the Miami Hurricanes Dynasty, everybody, and the final season of the series. I wanted to come back for one last year to wrap up the stories and careers for so many great players in this dynasty. And instead of making it a long one-season video like the previous one that went 2.5 hours, I have cut this up into multiple parts. There is a lot of action, it is really fun, and I didn't want it to be one video that went on too long, so I'll drop this one and the rest next week. Quarterback Colin Kaepernick is going to be one of the main players we talk about today. And our Hurricanes are coming off a 12-win season that saw us lose in the college football playoff semifinals. If you'd like to watch any of the previous episodes in this series, there is a playlist down below linked where you can go through the entire series start to finish. But how does this series finish? We are about to find out as we go through the final season. When this series began, I had some goals in mind. Take Miami back to the national championship and win. We achieved that a couple years ago. But I also wanted to give Miami their first-round quarterback since Vinny Testaverde, who was drafted back in 1987. We have not achieved that yet. And Colin Kaepernick would like to go to the NFL draft this year, but we can persuade him to stay and see if he can become that first-round quarterback we always wanted him to become. This is our last chance. I'm going to recap the offseason here in just a few minutes. There isn't a lot to talk about. We did have 3 players drafted this year, including blocking tight end Tyreek T going in the 4th round, but we also had 2 first-round players, Fernando Flores and Jaden Mastrud. Our recruiting class probably won't be a huge topic of conversation in this video unless anybody gets early playing time. I also plan to turn on the automatic recruiting as we go through this next season. But I did go through the offseason to see if there was anything else we could do. I was interested in potentially adding a skill player. We don't have anybody that's a 90+ at wide receiver, but we are a running offense, and not many receivers are actually interested in transferring to Miami. I did end up targeting a handful of players in the transfer portal. I had a couple defensive backs, an offensive lineman, a pass rusher. Eric Nava's name is familiar. I feel like I've recruited him in the past. I only ended up handing out a few offers in the transfer portal. And in years past, it's usually been very easy to win these battles, but these were actually a lot more competitive. So I only gave out 4 offers. We do add Jock Doss, the pass rusher who comes over from North Carolina. We do miss out on Eric Nava. He transfers to Georgia instead. But we do get the center Taylor Hill. He comes from Auburn. And finally, running back Tavares Office, who comes over from Nebraska to add some depth. For position changes, we did not add any athletes in this class, and there wasn't anything to do. Our roster also had 85 players, so there was nobody to cut. All there was to do was to wrap up recruiting and take a look at player development. Linebacker Enrique Butcher becomes our #1 ranked player. Colin Kaepernick is now listed as a 92, which he was in the first clip of the episode, so I don't think his ratings changed. But taking a large leap forward is running back Max Boger, now a 95. As a player with around 600 career rushing yards, he could now be featured in this final season. Nobody at receiver broke out. We've had players in the mid-80s that haven't gone beyond that point. The offensive line does look really good going into this final year. Most of our starters are going to be low 90s, high 80s. And we are still going to have one of the most dominant front fours in all of college football. So many great starters here that I've added over the years in this dynasty. That's been a tradition in this series, and the focus with Boogie Turner as our head coach. Dominate with the defensive line and bring in some of the best players in the country. The secondary has nobody in the 90s. Receiver was the same way. I could not get any big portal additions to fix those spots up. But I was able to spend some of the coaching points here as we go all 4 tiers to boost the receivers this way. Then we're going to go with the ground and pound with the offensive line and the running game. I haven't really seen these skills used much, but we also help out the DBs in that area. As we open this episode, head coach Boogie Turner has a 66-22 record, 9-3 in bowls with a national championship victory. And in this series, we've produced 10 first-round players. Some players to keep an eye on here in the final year. Of course, you have the quarterback, Colin Kunalik. Is this the year he cleans up the turnovers and shows he can be a first-round quarterback? I'm not sure what to expect here. We've seen a lot of mistakes throughout the years with Kunalik, but he's also played well in really big games on our national championship run. So Ted Good was the lead running back a year ago, but I really want to see what Max Boger can do at 95 overall. His speed, agility, change of direction are better. Higher ball carrier vision. But Good has the edge when it comes to broken tackles, trucking. In my series, the running back spot is always one where I think that the eye test matters more than the ratings, because some guys just play a little bit differently and better. But we should be able to use multiple running backs this year with great success. Good went for 1,100 yards nearly a year ago with 10 touchdowns, averaging almost 6 yards an attempt. So that's a high bar that Max Boger would have to clear to be our main running back all season. He's been solid in the past, but a part-time player. There are a lot of receivers here I'm curious about in this final season. Could we have an unexpected breakout? Maybe a player like Sean Folk. He has the 97 speed, and when you have that kind of explosiveness, it can make up for other ratings that might not be all that impressive. I am really sad, though, we're not going to have Tyreek Teague this year. I did become pretty attached to our elite blocking tight end, who went in the 4th round. I'm glad the game recognized his greatness. The offensive line should do a great job again this season of giving Kunalik time to throw and opening up some big running lanes. Edge rusher Lester Judovsky is entering his senior year. And I'm excited to see how many seniors end up getting drafted from this class and who ends up finishing their career in a strong way. Enrique Butcher, the junior. He was one of those players that in that last video that went 2.5 hours really caught my attention. He was a lot of fun to watch. He can run, he can hit, and he's the best player we have overall-wise. I'm also looking for Marquise Gainwell, who is basically a perfect athlete. 99 speed, acceleration, agility. Go have a big season here in your finale. Alex McCants is going to be a starting safety, and he looked really good at different points in that last episode with 99 zone coverage, very high catching. And then I believe our starting strong safety is going to start out with Garrison Thomas. A little bit lower rated than Joaquin Long, but he does have a little bit better range, better zone coverage, better catching. Long has the edge when it comes to run support, but I'm going with the coverage here of Thomas. So I don't plan to spend too much time on non-conference play in this last year. We split these games in our last season, but it really didn't matter. Conference losses mean so much more than these non-conference losses, especially in the 12-team college football playoff era. But we are going to face Auburn to open, and then I had to put Florida on the schedule for our last year. Last thing before we begin going through the games, in the Heisman watch, Max Boger is at the very top of the list. Can he really contend for a Heisman Trophy? Let's find out. And this is where our journey begins. Can we make it back to the college football playoff and the national championship? The journey starts against the Auburn Tigers. It's a rainy night, and we are the #1 team in the country to start. And we are getting the football right away in this one at the 17-yard line. Here is Colin Kunalik, the senior from Jacksonville, Florida. And he's going to start with a play action. And Kunalik, trying to avoid trouble, ends up sacked for a loss of 1. Back to pass on second down, and that was not a great pass. Come on, we're trying to build up the draft stock, not tank it. Third down and 11. Kunalik fires, and it's caught. On the run toward the 50 goes Quentin Prescott. Still no runs as the pass is hauled in by Josh Esquivel. 97 speed, really good all-around skills from him. So I think we have really good receivers, even if no one's like a 90+. It's not even that common in this game to begin with. The first run actually goes to Ted Good. It's only a short pickup. A lot of passing here early on, but now Max Boger the carry, and he gets first down yardage. Fake to Boger. It is caught inside the 20. Back to Sean Simons. He's my favorite receiver. I just like his skill set a ton. We give it to Good this time, and he's going to take it down to the 11. Good one more time. Has the first and finds the end zone. And here are your number 1 ranked Hurricanes with a strong start. And this game is all Miami. 31-3 is the halftime score. Not a bad way to open the year. Go on the road and show why you are ranked the top team in the nation. Player of the game is Colin Kunalik, 271 yards and 4 touchdowns. Pretty good start to the year for Colin Kunalik. On the ground, Ted Good runs for 57, while Max Boger only runs 4 times for 20 yards. So maybe I have to do something in the depth chart to get Boger a little more of the workload. But that's not a ton of overall plays run by the offense. The 4 players that make up our starting front 4 all picked up a sack in this game, along with Enrique Butcher. Looking at the dynasty as a whole right now, the top quarterbacks are 92 overall players. Now, Kunalik has a boost from 88 that takes him up to 92. So he is lower rated than the other quarterbacks in this tier. Perhaps he could level up a little bit between now and then, but getting 11 skill points would probably take the whole year, maybe longer. And our home opener is next as the Canes take on Navy in their second non-conference game. All right, we watched the offense for a drive in the last game. Now let's see our defense against Navy's option attack. Can they find a way through this strong front? I've always wondered what it would be like to try to build one of these flex bone offenses. Some of the plays are fun, and they've done so much with the playbooks in this game. I do think it would be a really good time to run a scheme like that. Third down and 8, they do have to throw it, and won't have the first down, and breaking that pass up is Enrique Butcher. I'd like to do an option-based offense sometime in a series. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I'm not super comfortable running some of these plays in this game just because the feel in the option game, just the controls don't always feel... I don't always trust the controls and the pitches are going to go where I want them to go. But I also haven't practiced those plays enough, so maybe it's fine and I'm the problem. What have your experiences been in this game running an option-based offense? We run. This is Max Boger trying to find some space. He gets a couple. Bring a receiver in motion, running away from pressure, and here is Kunalik sliding into Navy territory. Play action, and on target. That's grabbed by Emmanuel Harris at tight end. Again, play action. Kunalik dumps it. And not much yet from Max Boger. Over the middle, and Harris can't hold on to it. Third down and 6 for Miami. And from the 31, it is short of the mark, but hauled in. And that's going to leave the offense on the field. And we go empty. We're trusting our senior quarterback in this spot. And he's going to go down for a sack. You got to get the ball away there. So Navy's defense has actually been pretty tough. We're only getting 13 points here around halftime. But then we hit a couple big plays, and now we're pulling away like you'd expect. Now we're looking to put this game away, up 14, as Kunalik's pass is hauled in. He has 2 more touchdowns in this game with no interceptions. Can we score one final touchdown? It's 3rd and 1. Kunalik running away, and he's not going to get there. Chuck Johnson would have gotten that. But we're going to send out the field goal team now. This is Dylan Chosen, who was very good as a freshman and delivers a 3-score lead to the Canes. All right, 28-5 is okay. Navy forced a lot of field goal tries in this game. I believe we might have missed an extra point as well. Player of the game for the 2nd straight week, Colin Kunalik. And that's a great day for running back Max Boger. 139 yards and 4 runs of 20+. And come on, I had to throw Buffalo on the schedule. That's my series over on the main channel. My Buffalo Bulls Dynasty has a lot of content in that playlist if you'd like to check it out and haven't seen the series yet. And the Canes are victorious in their 3rd game. It's a 36-0 shutout of the Buffalo Bulls. This is exactly how we hoped the season would start up. 3 wins. Kunalik the player of the game in all 3. We allowed 105 yards of offense. That is one of the lowest totals I have seen in any game. Kunalik 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. On the ground, Max Boger more so held in check this game as Ted Good had more yardage on almost half the carries. Quentin Prescott goes for a 73-yard touchdown in this one. He caught another one later on. How did we do this without a single quarterback sack? That sounds impossible, but we did have 3 interceptions. Cornerback Marquise Gainwell and both of our starting safeties. I did see there was an injury in this game. I just wanted to check out our injury report. And right now we're without 3 players. Matt Freeman, Quan Byam at linebacker, and Ron Lampman. So that position group is getting thin. Hey, if we want to see Kunalik become a first-round quarterback, that's the kind of production he needs. I don't know what all goes into the draft results and how that works outside of overall rating. I'd like to think that stats matter. I mean, we waited so long for this game, I'd hope that stats matter, but I haven't really done any research on it yet. Quentin Prescott leads us in receiving with 4 touchdowns and 239 yards. Now our final non-conference game. This is an awesome matchup as we get the Florida Gators. It's a rivalry game, and Florida beat us last season. They come in number 16. We are number 1. Oh, how cool is this? We have 3 players in the top 5 when it comes to the Heisman watch right now, and Colin Kunalik is on top. All right, he's got to keep it up then. And we welcome in the Gators from the swamp to Miami. Who wins this final rivalry matchup of our dynasty? This might be the best on paper matchup we've had so far. So let's see how this game unfolds. Colin Kunalik, your Heisman frontrunner currently. Drifting and firing over the middle. It's caught by Prescott. Why is Emmanuel Harris getting the handoff here? What are we doing? Tight ends at running back? I'm not aware of how that happened exactly. We're going to fake it now. Over the middle. That's how we get it to the tight end. There have been so many updates, too, that have come out for this game since I last recorded, so I don't know if the AI has improved at all at quarterback. But so far, we're getting some good play out of Kunalik. And Quentin Prescott is continuing a big season. 2 catches already on this possession. Good protection. It's Harris again, getting 8. Boger gets the carry, cuts it back, takes it across the 15. Kunalik throwing. It is dropped this time by Prescott, uncharacteristically. We got Boger in the slot here on 3rd down. Kunalik against the pressure, gets it to Max Boger, but short of the sticks. A good start for Miami, but no touchdown. We settle for 3. And now it's time to play some defense. We have yet to trail in a game this season. The Gators come in number 16. They have a star in the backfield, a star in the slot, and they open with a run that we are all over. I might have to get familiar with some different linebackers, but number 20 there is James Wing, in because 2 players ahead of him are out. Play action, there's a sack, and it's Kevin Dombrowski getting through. So much star power in this front 4. Back to pass on 3rd and 16, and running away from the pursuit. It is a 3-and-out for the Gators. On this red zone trip, we are not going to settle for a field goal as Ted Good scores a touchdown. Big plays on our following possession. Hard to slow us down right now. As we jump ahead, 16-3 Miami. This is Stribling, throwing inside the 10, finding a receiver, it's goal to go. 4-man rush, pass goes short of the end zone, and up to the 2. On the ground, and right into Skaggs, and then the play is made by the safety. They have not ran the ball well whatsoever. 10 rushes, 13 yards. And having to settle again. Not many touchdowns given up by this Cane defense. They had a chance here in the 4th, but they turned it over. Interception from Marquise Gainwell. Ted Good scores the touchdown, and it's 23-6. And then we score a 70-yard rushing touchdown with Quentin Prescott. So unlike last year, where we went 2-2 in non-conference play and had this really shaky start, we go 4-0 and never trail in any of the 4 games. We win the battle for the Florida Cup this season. Colin Kunalik is off to an amazing start this year, but Quentin Prescott is the player of the game. A 70-yard rushing touchdown certainly helps. He also scored through the air. The Gators only get 225 yards of offense in this game. No scores, no interceptions for Kunalik, so that might not be great for the Heisman chase. But still plenty to like from this game. That's a lot of rushing yards, although it wasn't actually efficient with Max Boger, who does have the injury icon next to his name. So we will have to see if that's a serious situation. Yup, Max Boger is going to miss some time. 3 games with a dislocated knee. And we still have the 2 linebackers injured. We had a bye week before getting to the Louisville matchup here, so that helps a little bit. But still missing some players as we open conference play now, with Louisville coming in number 15 in the country. If we check out our conference right now, we are obviously the highest ranked. Cal, who went to the national championship game last year and beat us in the semifinals, they are ranked 9th. Pittsburgh is 11, SMU 18, Stanford 8. It looks like a really strong year for the ACC. And we are going to see Louisville, Virginia Tech. That's a rivalry game. We will get Cal, but we aren't going to see some of the other ranked teams. We play 5 teams that are currently unranked in conference. And our goal is to go back to the ACC championship game and win it. We have done that once this year. It has been a very elusive title. We've had some disappointments in that game. We didn't even win the conference the year we won the national championship. Fast start for Louisville. 2 chunk plays to put it in our red zone. That's 60 yards on the first 2 plays from scrimmage. Now trying to find the end zone, which hasn't happened many times in the first 4 games. 3rd and 13, stepping up and firing it away. We hold. However, with this field goal try of 38 yards, Louisville, with the kick going through, has the first lead against us all season. His name is Eagles, and he plays for the Cardinals. That's awesome. Should have went to Boston College, though. It would have made more sense. Miami looking to respond, and in the backfield there, that is Donald Scroggins. Can't connect on the mid-screen. So with Boger out, Scroggins becomes the third down running back. I remember him as a transfer portal addition who is, I think, a receiving back. He has really good ratings there. But Ted Good carrying much of the load here, gets 4. And trying to extend this drive, we need 6. And getting it here, that's Sean Simons to the 12. Handoff going to Scroggins, who tries to cut it back. Maybe we'll have some new players pop up. That's always a fun part of going through any of these seasons. When there's injuries and new players have a chance, you never know what's going to happen. Flip forward, has space, but wrapped up at the 8. And that was Scroggins again. Third down and 6. He lines up next to Kunalik, who has plenty of time and finds a receiver inside the 5. Excellent hands from Josh Esquivel. Handoff in the end zone goes Donald Scroggins. Touchdown, Canes. Big touchdown there. Who got that one? 63 yards to Sean Simons. Miami with 2 touchdowns, Louisville with 2 field goals. Trying to avoid another drive stalling out in scoring position. We bring 4. They got it, though. First down inside the 20. Getting in the face of these receivers as it is caught inside the 5. To the outside. Oh, what a hit by Enrique Butcher. I love watching him. We got to get some good defensive highlights in this episode, too. Second and goal. Okay, I don't know if he was supposed to turn it up there and find the ball. That would have been the nice idea. Third and goal again. And Whitehair has to throw this one away. And the defense is just not letting you find the end zone this year. Third quarter, and they're going to try again. They've had some trips, and now it's a penalty that gets them within a few yards. They got it to the 2 on the last drive and couldn't get in. Now they go misdirection, running it to the 1 and nearly getting in with Noah Dieter. Now to the air. Good protection, caught for the touchdown. Louisville closing this gap. It's now a 2-point game. They will try to tie it on the 2-point try, and we are all knotted up at 17. With Dombrowski having to come off. Injuries are affecting this defense. It might be the only thing that could slow that unit down. But he's going to be all right, just bruised ribs. We break the tie early in the fourth quarter as Kunalik finds Sean Folk. I talked about him earlier on at the start of this episode. 41-yard touchdown, back in front by 7. Louisville does not want to see this become a 2-possession game now. 5 and change left to go. It's Donald Scroggins with good running. We'll have to check on his ratings here when we're done. Wait a minute. Delay a game? What do you mean? I have never seen that. They just called delay of game after we had ran the play. And now Kunalik's going to get sacked. It's totally changing this drive. I have never seen that. How does that happen? When was the flag thrown? Kunalik, 2nd and 24. We're going to get by him. Down the field, Sean Simons. Touchdown, Canes. They had me for a moment there. Miami wins their conference opener. A tough game against Louisville, but 31-17 pushes us to 5-0 on the season. Kunalik, player of the game for the 4th time in 5 chances. 319 yards through the air. Scroggins actually leads us in carries. I wonder if Good's hurt now, because I don't know why it would be so imbalanced otherwise. Didn't see the injury icon next to Good's name. But Simons, 5 grabs, buck 70, 2 touchdowns. And who knows how interesting this could have gotten if we didn't hit that big play. That's good for a Player of the Week award. How do they knock us down in the polls, though? Who leapfrogged us? They're putting Ole Miss over Miami. Well, what did they do? They beat Alabama 20-13. 7-point win against the top 10 team. Very respectable. But why would that have them leapfrog us? Seriously. Kunalik has protected the football extremely well this year while throwing 12 touchdowns. Donald Scroggins got featured in this game, and here's what his game is all about. Scroggins, an 83 overall running back, who came to us after starting his career at Wake Forest. He is an elusive back, not a receiving back, but he has 97 catching, 93 catching traffic, so his receiving skills are still off the charts. So after 5 weeks, Colin Kunalik in his Heisman pursuit is trailing teammate Quentin Prescott. How about that? But now it's time to go on the road. It's rivalry week against Virginia Tech. We've won a rivalry game already against Florida. Now looking for a 2-0 start in conference. 10-3 ball game in the second quarter. Miami is driving in Virginia Tech territory. Here's Ted Good right through the middle, gaining 11 and a first down. Now we head back to the air, and there's the pressure that brings down Kunalik. Loss of 8. Third down and 16. Kunalik sees pressure, fires short. And getting us a little bit better field goal try is Simons. Dylan chosen for a 45-yard attempt. His kick is away and good. It's a 10-point advantage. So we just essentially had to punt out of our own end zone, and they return it back to our 20. Here's Virginia Tech, a chance to tie it and make this second half interesting. They're going to try to run, and I mean, come on, Shakir Skaggs is right there. We just wreck these opposing offensive lines. There is no need to blitz. We're just going to sit here, send 4, play coverage all season. Third down and 13. That's a pretty clean pocket, though. Stepping up to run and not getting there. It is a gain of 8. And we sure know how to keep opposing kickers busy. Kunalik to work again. Dumps it. That's Simons taking the big hit. We have a 3rd and 1. Kunalik running and throwing a laser beam to midfield, connecting again with Sean Simons. I want to see Simons lead this team in receiving, man. I like him. Ted Good in the game at running back now. It's 2nd and 8. Kunalik dumps it. And so far, we're just seeing him make the smart decisions overall. We haven't watched a ton of overall passes, but I like what I've seen and continue to see. It's good. Wide open space. Makes a move and is inside the 25. When we're balanced like this and the defense is getting pressure, I mean, good luck topping this team. You're going to have to do something special. Dumped off again. See, we have Kunalik finally learning how to check the ball down and avoid these mistake throws. It only took like 4 years. Scroggins hitting the backfield. 3rd and 9. Kunalik under pressure. Short again. And not a first down to Scroggins. So as long as Virginia Tech forces field goals, they have a chance at staying in this game. As the kick from Chosen is no good. He missed it. Big break for the Hokies. So it's the 4th quarter now, and they're only down 4. This is right where they want to be. They'll throw it over the middle, and the catch is made in Miami territory. 4-man rush, again to the middle. Butcher a step late in both situations for making a play on the ball. The give is stuffed. I mean, Shakir Skaggs is the first one there so many times. 57 is having a heck of a season. 3rd down and 13. There's pressure. Spinning away and scrambling into Butcher. No gain. And they are not going to try a 57-yard field goal. Major credit to the defense yet again. And the punt is terrible. Still a close game, though. We have not put them away. As Good makes a cut. I think one more might have really had him in some open space. Here's Good, sweeping, gets a block, and a good physical tackle keeps him from getting the first. See if they try to blitz here and make a play in the backfield. It's Prescott in motion. We will throw. Caught. Emmanuel Harris, first down. Good to the right side, leaping over a down defender and getting 3. Scroggins in the game now, tumbling his way ahead, making it 3rd and short. Last time this was a passing situation. I think it is here again. 4 receivers, no tight ends. Sure, let's run it. Scroggins, first down. Even my own playbook and game plan can surprise me at times. Less than 5 minutes to go in the game. Kunalik clean and running it, wanting a block. He is down to the 30. Kunalik heads to the air. Wide open Emmanuel Harris. And Miami takes it inside the 10. Looking to put this game away. Here is Scroggins. Takes the flip. Cuts it out to the 2. And here is the biggest play of the day for the Hokie defense. 3rd and goal from the 2. Good the carry. Gets in for the touchdown. I thought they had him there for a second. But Ted Good has good vision. He's able to work through the mess really efficiently. And then dives in, and that might seal another win. For the 2nd straight week, it's a good game against the conference opponent. They had a chance late, but we put together the game-sealing possessions and win by 2 scores. 2 rivalry wins and a 6-0 start. 5 player of the game honors now for Colin Kunalik, who helped engineer an excellent drive to close this game out. Those are the types of possessions I've been waiting for. He only has 1 interception through 6 games now. Eventually, he will throw another one, I assume. But I do think he's actually taken a step in his final season. Now we meet up with the Clemson Tigers, who are unranked coming into this game at 4-3. And what do we have here? Another tight game in the ACC. Clemson 10, Miami 10. And the Tigers have the ball trying to take a 3rd quarter lead. We've seen these teams make it interesting the last couple weeks. The Tigers now, with a clear path to the end zone, go up by a touchdown. It's Miami trying to respond now. From the 30 of Clemson, pressure is no problem. And Scroggins fights for the first down. How about that effort? We do see that Kunalik has an interception in this game. And only like 53 yards. So a pretty ineffective day for the Miami passing attack. As Good cuts it downhill. But Clemson closes the gap. Kunalik from the 19 drills the first down pass to Simons. Kunalik to the air, over the middle, and to the 1 goes Quentin Prescott. Going for the tie behind this great offensive line. It is a Ted Good touchdown. And Clemson's lead is very short-lived. But they're showing some resiliency now. 17 apiece late 3rd quarter. Tigers driving again. That pass hauled in. Enough for a first down. 228 yards passing. No interceptions. They're not letting our front 4 overpower them. Rolling now and getting to the edge. Sliding at the 5 is quarterback Eric Ferkser. And he's got Clemson within reach of retaking this lead. Flipping ahead, and not much there. That's back-to-back plays for Jalen Creer, number 97. He's excellent. 3rd and goal, Clemson. 4 on the rush. Pass, caught. No touchdown for Clemson. What's the call? They will take their field goal and look for a 4th quarter advantage. Teams have come close, but no one. He missed it! It comes down finally! No good! What just happened? I can't believe it. They are not even on the hash. 19-yard field goal, and Alex Bautista annihilates the upright. Look at the hang time this thing gets. That's a world record. What a colossal mistake for the 4-3 Tigers. Miami takes over. It is Ted Good getting 8 over 100 now on the day. Kunalik with time, dumping the pass. Prescott gets the first. They send pressure. We counter it, but Kunalik misses. Quick screen. Prescott wrapped up. Big defensive play. 3rd and 10. That's Scroggins in motion. This could also be a screen. But we fake it. Fire down the field. What a catch. And moving the sticks. I didn't even see who came down with it. But what a throw, threaded by Colin Kunalik when the team needed that one. Handoff up the middle. Prescott now. No huddle sometimes shakes up the formation. I'm okay with Prescott getting a carry. Into field goal range now. Kunalik sets up the screen. And no, we do not convert. Just a couple inches to go. We'll pass. It is intercepted! And Clemson gets the takeaway. Just the 3rd interception this year for Colin Kunalik. I've been talking about him avoiding that big mistake, but there it is. And that didn't seem close at all. It went right to the defender. So a 17-17 tie. And now Clemson tries to take the lead. Heading to the air on 2nd down. It is off the mark. In the 6th ranked toughest place to play, they beat the pressure, running down the middle to the 44. He extends the drive and, keeping on this play, stretches ahead to get it within a yard. With 4 and change to go in the game. Motion from the receiver, flipped forward, he's got the angle. 1st down to the 35. Bubble screen with a block. And continuing to work their way down the field, Clemson has a legitimate chance here. Over the middle. Nice catch made. 1st down with the clock continuing to run. We are about to hit the 2-minute timeout. 3rd and 3. They run it right into the defensive pursuit. James Wing. So Clemson's going to try another field goal, it appears. Can Bautista avoid the upright this time? 32 yards. This kick is good. Clemson on top. Undefeated season on the line for Miami, and this drive will open at the 24. Kunalik made the mistake, but now it's time to show if he can truly be a Heisman contender this season. Clemson sends pressure and contests the catch. 3 on the rush. That is incomplete. Knocked away from Esquivel. 3rd and 4, Kunalik converting with Emmanuel Harris. Good protection. Kunalik complete again. Emmanuel Harris 1st down. We close in on field goal range, but have plenty of time to pursue a game-winning touchdown. 1:05 left to go. Kunalik fires to the end zone. It's knocked away again from Esquivel. From the 44, Kunalik. He takes the sack. Got right on his throwing arm that time. 3rd down and 14. Clemson's been tough in coverage. Kunalik fires downfield, knocked away. And Clemson is 1 play from victory and pulling off the upset of the season. Number 2 Miami needs 14. Pressure coming. Downfield. Denied. Clemson will hold on and be the first to defeat the Canes here this season. What a win for the Tigers. Our toughest game yet. And Miami now is going to get sent down the rankings a bit. And we'll have to shake this one off. Really good game, and we just could not move the ball the way we have in almost every other. 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. Kunalik didn't have that great of a game, and he wasn't very good going downfield. Our receivers didn't give him a lot of separation. The passes didn't give them a chance to come down with it. The Clemson players had a better chance of making a play on the football. So they earned this upset, and Miami goes down. And we come in number 7 ahead of our next game against Cal. What a showdown this is. Losing one conference game is kind of your wake-up call, but it can be questionable. Do you make a conference title game with 2 conference losses? This now becomes one of the most important games of the year. If we lose it to Cal, it's going to be tough to make it to the title game. And then it puts added pressure on you to win out, essentially, if you want to make it to the college football playoff. If we check on the Heisman watch, now we don't have any Canes inside the top 5. We have had a couple bye weeks, so maybe there are players with better volume numbers than we have. But for now, our stock is dropping. Colin Kunalik, 13 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. So he has a bad game. It matters a lot more if it turns into multiple bad games, multiple losses. Can he bounce back and get this team back in the win column now, ahead of an even tougher matchup? We are going to get Max Boger back this week, but the numbers again are telling us that Ted Good is the more efficient running back. They've had similar carries this year, but Good breaks more tackles and averages over a yard more per carry. I think he's our best guy. Prescott, 433 yards, 5 touchdowns. Simons, 349 and 3. Solid numbers there. For the defense, we don't have outstanding sack production as you would expect, but we don't allow many points, and that's what really matters. You can't really measure the defensive success with individuals. Here are the team numbers. 3rd best run defense in all of college football. 3rd best scoring defense in all of college football. But we only have 15 sacks, which is not even that average, honestly. I'm going to bump Malcolm Schomer over Josh Esquivel on the depth chart. They can both fly and make great plays, but Schomer has a little bit better release, better short route running, and I want to see him play. He had some moments in the previous episode that stood out, so I'd like to give him a few more opportunities. Things can really change in a hurry in college football. One week we're complaining about not being the number 1 ranked team and feeling disrespected. The next week, we're the underdogs going on the road, and if we lose, we might miss a chance on the conference championship. Needless to say, a lot on the line here in the biggest ACC game yet. On the road against Cal, the team that ended our season a year ago. And they put a 61-yard touchdown on the board immediately. We got to keep him out of the end zone here, and that is a big run into the secondary. 15 yards for Gregory Finney. That's a reverse. We're all over it. Lester Judowski takes him out. You can't get tricky like that against us. 3rd down and 18. And the pressure gets there. Shakir Skaggs. And we're not going to let him get anything on this drive. Big answer. Miami takes over, running Ted Good right up the middle into the teeth of his defense. We try Boger now. He has some space. Gain 6. 3rd and 1. And wrapped up shy of the mark is Max Boger. 3 and out Canes. Not a very promising start to this game. Another run for Cal, and how about them continuing to gash in the running game? Stop messing around with the other stuff. You have over 50 yards on your first 4 carries. You got to stick with that. The reverse again, same result. Judovsky lays him out, loss of 6. Why have they called that twice? We have seen Cal how many times in this series? And they've never ran that play. Over the middle now, and they get it back and then some. 3rd and 1. Up the middle, right past everybody, a 25-yard touchdown. Why is our run defense this atrocious? 5 carries and 81 yards, and nobody even gets close to putting a hand on the running back. I am stunned right now at the 180 this team is taking. Trying to get some offense established, though. That's a 4-yard gain for good. And now with this stadium rocking, it's 3rd down and 6. Kunalik, you've got to step up in these moments. He does here. 1st down to Boger. Ted Good spins out of a tackle, makes a move, and gains 7. Very impressive. Another handoff, and this time he gets turned away. Just 10 carries, 33 yards for Ted Good. They have almost triple that on 5 carries. 3rd down and 2. We got 3 receivers. Harris between 2 at the top. It's a wide open running lane. Touchdown, Ted Good. Miami needed that touchdown. But we also have to show we can slow them down and change this game. 3rd and 6, buying time. Judovsky eventually makes contact, and the sack is recorded by Jock Doss, the transfer portal addition. Now in the second half, we attempt to tie things up. That's Prescott in motion. He gets the flip, heads outside, has some blocking. Up to the 21. 1st down, it's Prescott on the catch, and he fights his way to a 1st down. Cal trying to maintain their lead. 3rd and 3. Here comes pressure. It's there for Emmanuel Harris. Touchdown, Miami. And we have settled this game back down and essentially hit the reset button. And with 14 points unanswered, we now look to take the lead. At the Cal 35, Ted Good gets the carry and picks up 5. Back to the pass on 2nd down. Caught. Harris. He's been key throughout this episode. Ted Good up the middle at top speed inside the 5. He gets it again and breaks a tackle, losing ground in the process. And now Emmanuel Harris is going to come out of the game, and I think he's played so well today. So he should be replaced by Kevin Andrews, then number 83. Kunalik spins left, takes off to run, has the touchdown, and the Canes have taken the lead. That's 3 unanswered touchdowns this week. What an answer. But we're not done. Intercepted by Kentrell Basley. And that is a pick 6. Miami puts up 28 unanswered and takes a 2-score lead into the 4th quarter. Now it's Cal who's in danger of losing their first conference game this year. 35 yards away. Here's McClellan. Dumps it and gets 1st down yardage. Lost the football, though. Is that actually a fumble? That would be colossal if it is. Enrique Butcher scooped it up. And we keep the football. What a takeaway for this defense. They look shaky early on. They had us in the first half, not gonna lie. But that is the wake-up call that we needed, and they miss a chance to get it back. So it's not quite over yet. Cal has a 4th and 2 with 3:39 left. They pitch to the outside and are not gonna come close. Miami slams the door, and we're headed back to the East Coast with a big conference win. Perhaps we could flip standings after this game. We're just about done here. That's Kevin Andrews on the catch. We'll have to check on Harris and his injury. And what a turnaround for Miami, pitching a second half shutout and scoring 28 unanswered points on their way to their biggest win of the year. Those conference title hopes remain alive. And now we own a critical potential tiebreaker against Cal, who was the front runner prior to this game. Ted Good goes for a $124, way outperforming Max Boger in this game. 8 broken tackles, 72 after contact. Jalen Creer had 2 sacks. He looked really good in the drives that we had watched. So what do they think of us now in the top 25? They do bump us up to 4. I'll accept that. They drop Cal all the way down to number 9. And up next, we get Boston College, who comes in 3-5 on the year. If you thought this game was going to be easy, not so fast. Boston College, with a big first half, is up 14-3. We just forced a safety, though, so now it's 14-5. All right, guys, fix this. This cannot be a loss. Screen set up. Caught. Upfield goes Malcolm Schomer inside the 15. Why does Kunalik have 36 yards passing, and it's almost the 4th quarter? He was a Heisman contender for 6 weeks, guys. Max Boger carries up to the 10. But where are the passing yards? I'm not asking for 300, but I am asking for more than 36 or whatever it is. We're down 9. Kunalik to Prescott. Spins his way to the goal line. Touchdown. What a move. And the Canes close the gap a bit further. Yeah, I've got to see that one again. The Cyclone spin move by Prescott is the difference maker. It is now 17-15 in the 4th quarter. Miami is driving. Kunalik slings it. Hooks up with Harris. He's inside the 20. 74 passing yards, man. What? I can't even process. A no-fly zone, I guess, in this Eagles secondary. We have it from the 18. Boger gets the call. Not much there. Now I'm wondering if something's up with Good, because that's a lot of carries. Again, Max Boger. He gets running room. Has it near the 1st. And now D'Angelo Pitts, our left tackle, is going to come off. Down a couple starters right now. 3rd down and a full 1. We'll pass forward against the pressure. Knocked away from Simons. So out comes Dylan Chosen. 27-yard field goal try, which would put us up 1. And Miami is ahead. Here's BC at their own 2. They've already taken a safety in this game. 4-man rush, second safety of the day. Lester Judowski got there, and it's a 3-point advantage. The difference in this game, a pair of safeties. I have never seen that before. Not just 2 safeties, but it's the only reason we're winning. 3:44 to go. Just finish this game off. Don't let this get more interesting than it needs to be. This was enough. Kunalik at the 40. And he's going to throw on 1st down. And I think he hits Prescott in the head. Handoff. Boger gets slammed down. It's a loss of 1. And Boston College could be seeing the football return quickly. 3rd down and 11. Kunalik trying to make a play, and it's intercepted! And the Eagles will take over. And now they don't even have to drive that far to get in field goal range. Interception for Kunalik at a really awful time. And here are the Eagles with new life on this possession. 3 minutes to go. Time to throw. They'll dump it. And just need to pick up a few yards here or there. Handoff on second down. A good run moves the sticks. And now they're in long distance field goal range. 1st and 10. Plenty of time. Airs it out and it's caught. Brought it down at the 11. What a catch. Why can't Kunalik throw that jump ball? 1st and 10. Judovsky wraps him up. 2nd and 15. Pressured again. Skaggs flattens him at the 21. So now the field goal is getting tougher. 3rd and 20. Dumped complete and tackled at the 16. It is a 33-yard try. Miami allows them to run the clock down. And this is to tie things. Kick up cleanly. It is no good! Miami still in front as Superstar misses the kick. Another bizarre miss this season. You can't trust college kickers, but you can trust college defenses that record multiple safeties in a game. 40 seconds left to go. BC has all their timeouts, but a first down would end it. That's Joe Lindsay who comes off. He is the starting right guard. 3rd and 3. They tackle Boger, and because we had an injury, they did not have to use the timeout. So if they get the stop here, they'll have a drive with a stoppage remaining. This is to win it, and we can't pull it off. And now Pitts goes down. They don't have to use a timeout here either. Guys, come on. I was perfectly okay with this game being a footnote in the video. Hey, we won 42-17. Move on. Nope. Boston College needs a big play. That is a very nice one that gets them across the 50. Pressure sent. And it gets there! Timeout BC! And that could be the play we needed. 2nd down and 18. They're at the 43. Can they get set up with a play now? Trying to scramble. This is taking too much time. Down to 12 seconds. You need the first down and then a spike for a chance at a field goal. 3rd down, 18. Oh my. Well, they have one more down to work with, 8 seconds remaining. I think they might just send this to the end zone now. In fact, they will. It is intercepted. Ball game. Intercepted by senior Marquise Gainwell. And despite the Eagles coming so close to an upset, Miami holds on and they move to 8-1 on the season. Well, that was a lot more exciting than I expected it to be. As long as we get the win, I guess that's all that matters. I could see us falling down a spot, though. I mean, 7 for 16. Colin Kunalik, why are you playing like this all of a sudden? Running game even, struggling against BC's defense. I mean, hats off to them for making it that close. I guess I better not overlook 3-7 Georgia Tech then. All right, this one is going a bit better, but by no means is it a lopsided game. 21-14, 4th quarter. Again, it feels like Kunalik hasn't been that productive. We'll have to check on the recent trends. And yeah, the running game just doesn't seem to... Well, I guess we have good rushing stats overall. I think we might have had a really big run But third down and 10, Yellow Jackets trying to get a stop, and they will. Again, it comes down to our defense protecting a one-score advantage. As we hit the 2-minute mark, pass is caught by a wide-open receiver. They pick up 20+. Good protection, again complete. And now Lester Judovsky's going to have to exit the game. Downfield, that pass is intercepted. He threw it right to Gainwell. And Miami is a step closer to win number 9. And we get it done. 21-14 is the final. Kunalik is good in this game. 2 touchdowns, $159, but only 17 pass attempts. So what can you do there when you're running it 40 times in a game? It was Max Boger's day to carry the running game. Ted Good has clearly been injured. We'll have to reassess all the injuries on this team. And okay, this was the big play. 80-yard touchdown to Malcolm Schomer. And we have climbed our way back to the number 2 ranking. SMU is the new number 1 team, and they're also in the ACC. Ole Miss, they tumble down to 8 with their loss, while Cal is now down to 16. Our next game is a rivalry matchup against the FSU Seminoles. And we are very close to clinching a spot in the conference championship, but SMU hasn't lost. We are tied currently with Pitt. No Canes in the top 5 Heisman voting right now. Colin Kunalik, 17 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He hasn't played phenomenal lately, but he hasn't been making a bunch of turnovers either. This last game was solid, just not many chances to throw. But in this stretch of games here, this 3-game stretch was not very impressive. Ted Good, 5.5 yards a carry. Max Boger, 4.4. And Good's injury is a dislocated ankle, and he is not close to a return. And that's a big loss for our offense. And that might force us to play in a couple games that are closer than they should be. And maybe this last one was one of those, but I think that Boger played pretty well. Prescott is also injured. Top rusher, top receiver, both out right now. Shakir Skaggs leads us in sacks. We have injuries on defense as well. Jalen Creer is out. Marquise Gainwell, 6 interceptions. This guy is a ball hawk. 18 picks in a college career is phenomenal. And that is 2 away from tying Ed Reed's career interception mark at Miami. We've had many battles against FSU in this series, and the loser of this game is going to have a tough time making it to the conference championship. I've enjoyed this rivalry throughout this series. A lot of great games, some playoff matchups, championship game matchups. Let's do it one more time. 7-3 Florida State here in the second quarter, and Kunalik finds Sean Simons across the middle. FSU scored on a 40-plus yard touchdown pass on their opening drive, so they have the early advantage. They have 3 losses on the season, 2 in conference. This is Max Boger angling outside to the 30. Up the middle, and that's Scroggins breaking a tackle. Gets about 4. Kunalik on the slant, and that's Schomer. And now Kevin Irving is injured and has to come out of the game. And I'm not seeing Quentin Prescott out there. Malcolm Schomer is in the slot right now. We run the ball with Max Boger. Not much there. And now 3rd and 7. The short throw is caught by Harris, but he can't get far. And Miami now having trouble finding the end zone. And they score a second field goal. You know, a lot of these games against FSU have been really low scoring throughout the series, and this one's only 7-6 in the 3rd. I mean, we're down our top running back, perhaps our top receiver as well. I've been seeing a lot of backups touch the ball in this game. Sean Folk has caught the ball a couple times. Kevin Dombrowski now is going to exit the game. Kevin Irving left earlier. Injuries could really be our downfall right now. But FSU, 2nd and 2. It is a first down. Oh, come on. Shakir Skaggs now. Everybody's getting hurt. This is Jaguars franchise division round playoffs all over again. 3rd and 4. Pressure is there. When 1 goes down, when 2 goes down. Come on, man. This defensive line is loaded no matter who's out there. Big stop, defense. But who do we have out there right now? Max Boger at running back. We have Simons in the slot. And 20 carries, 51 yards for Max Boger. Maybe it's time to try something else. Maybe you got to throw the ball, Colin. 2nd down. He will try it. Just kidding. He's scrambling and getting first down yardage. All right, what is the status then with all these players going down? Broken hand for Prescott. Raheem Lett, dislocated ankle. Esquivel, torn labrum. We're down 2 receivers right now. Garrison Thomas tore his hamstring. Jalen Creer, torn bicep. What are we doing here? So we're down to Sean Simons, Malcolm Schomer, Sean Folk. A sophomore and freshman are playing who have very little overall experience. Paul McCracken may get some more playing time. And we need the starting slot receiver to be somebody who can really get open underneath. And I do think Schomer is the best for that, possibly, of who's left. Man, the injuries are just brutal. And this is mostly 1 game worth, I believe. Kunalik has to throw it away. Doesn't have the same receivers out there to give him the easy looks. It was pitch and catch for much of this year. Easy throws. Now it's 3rd down. Deep shot. Caught by Simons. With that kind of space, though, you'd like to be in the end zone right now and not at the plus 33. 4-man rush. Kunalik sideline. Good grab made there. We hand off. This is Max Boger now. And his stop and start quickness gets us to the 14. Donald Scroggins is now in. Scroggins has a lane and close to a Miami first. 2nd and inches. Caught. And down to the 1 is Malcolm Schomer with 5 catches on the day. Miami trying to take the lead. A yard away from doing it. It is caught for the touchdown by Emmanuel Harris. Miami takes the lead, and the defense now really needs to step up the rest of the way and carry this team. You know, it might not be easy for us to put 20 plus on the board right now. Can we win a game scoring just a couple touchdowns? We've done it before with this defense leading the way. We won a national championship because of our defense. Now, personnel's a little bit different 2 years later, but the mentality and the team-building approach hasn't changed. See all those stars right here? Let me break out the telestrator for this series. All these stars right there, man. They gotta shut it down here. Gain of 8 FSU. It takes a pretty big circle to fill them all in there. That's how good we are. All over them on the screen, and now Earl Westbrook. We got to get out of Tallahassee, man. What is happening at this field today? 3rd down now for FSU. Play action. And sacked. Back at the 43-yard line. It is Braylon Focal. You know how far down the depth chart we're going right now? Miami now trying to get in a position where they can go up 2 possessions late. On the edge of field goal range here, and FSU trying to hold. Just get 5 yards here somewhere. FSU sends the pressure. Pass is caught by Simons. Big first to the 20. Kunalik over the middle. It's Boger on the reception. Kunalik over 200 in the air now. Kunalik on 1st and goal. Back corner. Overthrowing Schomer. Thought he had him. Third and goal, Kunalik. He's going to run it and get the 6. There is nobody home. And Miami builds a 2-score advantage again. Look at that uniform. Kunalik has taken a beating in this game. I'm not sure I've ever noticed a jersey this dirty in this game before, and it's a beautiful Florida afternoon. That's ball game. Miami wins again over FSU and are a step closer to clinching a spot in the ACC championship. And we sweep all 3 rivalry matchups this year. Kunalik, very good, especially considering who the offense is missing right now. Max Boger carries 29 times. He's out there grinding just the same. But down a lot of receivers, it is going to change what we can expect out of this offense going forward. And we have returned to the #1 ranking in college football. Took us a little while to get back. We slipped up against Clemson, the only team to defeat us this year. And right now, SMU still in line for a conference title appearance. I have no idea what the tiebreaker is should us and Pitt be tied. Because we only have 1 overall loss, I don't know if that would be the difference, but no head-to-head, we could have the same conference record. But the ACC championship is going to come down to these 3 teams. And now let's assess the injuries that we have to deal with now. No Josh Esquivel for 2 weeks, no Quentin Prescott for 3. So should we make it to the playoff, we should get these guys back. But I'm not sure either would be able to play in the conference championship unless there's a bye week between now and the title games. But down Garrison Thomas, Raheem Lett, Ted Good for 4 more. Jalen Creer, liked him a lot. Torn bicep is brutal. That means some new players are about to see a lot more playing time, and that includes Joaquin Long. That includes Braylon Folcolt, maybe Doug Dog as well. Remember him from one of the early recruiting classes? I'm not sure he's really played at all. And then at wide receiver, we need Malcolm Schomer to step up. He's all of a sudden a starting receiver when he was 4th or 5th for much of the year. Schomer only has 18 career catches. And what about if Doug Dog has to get on the field here? The 3-star Doug Dog. He is a redshirt senior who has 1 career tackle. But now we take on Duke. It's our final regular season game. And that's what I'm talking about right there. 41-yard touchdown to Schomer. And tied up at 7 here in the second quarter. It is Kunalik. He cannot escape the pocket. And down he goes. 3rd down and 8. Kunalik has time. Looks downfield at the sideline. Malcolm Schomer showing us what he's all about. Inside give. Donald Scroggins now trying to make something happen. He picks up 5. Kunalik empty on 3rd down. Scans, throws short, and we cannot get the first down. Might be a little tougher on Miami to get those touchdowns we're used to. 10-7. And we check in with the defense now. That's a good stop. Nowhere to go, Shakir Skaggs. He's been one of the MVPs of this team this year. 3rd and 8. Dumped, and it was caught, but shy of the marker. Miami still keeping it tough on the Duke offense. Miami football at the 36 of Duke. And it's play action for Kunalik. Wants to go deep and throws it right to the Blue Devil defense. Intercepted in a field goal game. Can the Blue Devils get something established now? Across the middle, it is incomplete. Covered by James Wing, number 20. Good protection. Almost intercepted that time. Enrique Butcher was in the area. The superstar. It's 3rd and 10. Fake for Duke. Down the middle. Intercepted. Taken back by the Canes. And it's intercepted by Kentrell Basley. First-year starter. And he's been making plays in the secondary. That is not his first interception of the day. Well, in this game it might be. But a short field given to the Canes. Boger to the edge, gaining 3. Boger the carry, up the middle and gaining 5. Against the blitz, we beat it. That's Andrews on the catch. And he takes it to the 10. Kunalik on second down. Pass is caught. Schomer cannot break the plane. In the pistol, Boger doesn't get in. And Miami will leave the offense on, determined to go up by 2 possessions. 2 tight ends on the field. Back to pass. Touchdown! Malcolm Schomer. Yeah, I had good instincts, I think, trusting him to pick up the slack in this offense. Duke is down 10, and they need points on this drive. Less than 9 minutes to go, and they're content right now trying a 52-yard field goal. It is centered. Usually these are fine accuracy-wise. Enough leg, and through. A gain of 3 for Max Boger, who has not been spectacular, but has been steady in the absence of Ted Good. 3rd down and 4. Pressure coming, caught by Simons. Big first down. Inside give, and Scroggins gets 5. As we go inside 6 minutes. Kunalik on 3rd down, steps up to run and gets the first down yardage before sliding. Inside give, and spinning his way close is Boger. 3rd and inches, big conversion. Excellent catch. That's Sean Folk on the receiving end. He was like 6th on the depth chart when we opened today. Now a screen for Boger. Nice move to get through and gaining 9. It's 2nd down. Kunalik gets away. Has the first down once more, but slides at the 3. 3rd and goal. Inside give. That's a touchdown. Across the goal line goes Max Boger. Canes up 2 possessions, looking to close out the year 11-1. And guess who's out there right now as we try to close this game up? Right there, 99 is Doug Dog. Can Dog make a play? He's got this whole possession to make an impact. 2nd down. Nice grab made at the 40. Duke is going to try to march down one more time. Good protection here. Downfield and intercepted. Pass is picked by Joaquin Long. And the Miami defense looks to close out another win. We are not able to get Doug Dog a big play there at the end, but maybe there'll be more chances down the road. Overall, an excellent regular season with a few really exciting down-to-the-wire finishes. Colin Kunalik overall, I think, did take pretty good steps this season when you put the whole thing together. Didn't finish as strong as it started, but he never kept us from winning games. We went 11-1 in large part because he played well. He finishes very strong in this game with 1 INT, but 2 touchdowns on 20 of 23 passing. Max Boger, 26 for 99. Hasn't seemed to force a lot of missed tackles. Malcolm Schomer, 2 touchdowns here in a start. And defensively, we picked up 1 sack courtesy of Enrique Butcher. So we've done everything we can here, only losing 1 game. I am expecting us to play in the conference championship. And there is the bid. We take on SMU, number 1 versus number 2. That's where I'm going to end today's video. A full regular season with the Miami Hurricanes. A lot of great finishes going down to the wire. Some great action and resiliency from a team that down the stretch lost a lot of players. But we have a deep roster, and this next man up philosophy is one we are embracing. Next episode, you're going to see the ACC Championship when we take on SMU, and you'll see how the journey with this Miami team ends. But I'd like to know what you thought of this video. Much shorter than the previous video that I did, which I know was around a month and a half ago. But for those of you still enjoying the Miami Dynasty, thank you for watching this episode. I'd love your feedback down below. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and the next episode will come your way this coming week. Have a great day, everybody.